Hey my dear friends, welcome back to Zero Degree. This is your host, Dr. Rehman Fathe Ali Khan, coming to you straight from our Zero Degree studio in Vijayawada. You're watching episode 2 of our powerful series. Do you think AI is a tool or a threat? Can AI truly replace human creativity?
शायद एक दिन ये हम जैसे लोगों की जरूरत ही खत्म कर दे।
What comes to mind when you hear the word artificial intelligence?
AI ரொம்ப ஃபாஸ்டா டெவலப் ஆகுது. ஆனா கரெக்ட்டா யூஸ் பண்ணினா இது ஒரு உதவிதான். ஆனா ஓவரா டிபெண்ட் பண்ணா ஜாப் செக்யூரிட்டி போகும்.
Do you think fears about job loss due to AI are real or exaggerate?
അതൊക്കെ ഒരു കോപ്പിയാണ്. മനുഷ്യന്റെ ഹൃദയമില്ല. പട്ടുന്ന പാട്ട് ചെയ്യും പക്ഷെ അതിനൊരു സോൾ ഇല്ല.
Will AI help or threaten your job?
You're asking us about AI, but have you ever lost a job to it?
Is AI creativity or just copying?
AI can copy, but it doesn't feel. Real creativity comes from emotions and experience. AI helps, but it doesn't have a soul.
Where we sit down with the creative minds behind cinema and ask one big question. Can machines truly replace human creativity or just copy it? In our last episode, we heard raw thoughts from Mr. Max, our DOP, who expressed his fears about AI invading the lens. And today, we step into a new zone. The editing room, the silent battlefield of emotion and rhythm. Joining us is a very special guest, DonBOXY, a seasoned film editor, a philanthropist, and a Cambridge alum based in Georgia, who's seen editing evolve from scissors to software, and now artificial intelligence. Let's dive into this deep cut.
Cheers, Rehman. Glad to be here, mate. Editing's never just been about sticking clips together for me. It's about giving a heartbeat to a story. That's always been the magic, you know.
Let's rewind a bit. Before AI, what were the real day-to-day struggles of editing? I mean, what really wore you down?
Honestly, it was chaos, but the creative kind. You'd spend hours, sometimes days, syncing audio by hand, hunting for that one reaction shot, double-checking continuity, 12 hours staring at a screen, and you'd still miss a single frame that could change the whole emotion of a scene. The mental fatigue was brutal, and deadlines. They didn't care if you were running on fumes.
That brings back memories. My first late-night edit at Cambridge, I must have watched the same scene 100 times, convinced I'd nailed it. Next morning, my professor points out I'd missed a single frame. Just one, but it shifted the whole meaning. I still cringe thinking about it. It's wild how much hangs on those tiny details, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. One frame, one pause, and suddenly the audience feels something completely different. That's the pressure and the beauty of the old way. But it did wear you down, no question.
Then along comes AI, promising shortcuts, precision, automation. Was it a game changer or just another gimmick?
Bit of both, if I'm honest. At first, it was a relief. Auto-tagging footage, facial expression detection, cleaning up background noise. AI saved us hours, no doubt. But then, people started thinking AI could edit for us. Emotionally, narratively. That's where things get murky.
So AI knows the mechanics, but not the meaning.
Exactly. AI can spot a smile, but it doesn't know if it's joy, sarcasm or pain. It doesn't get why a half-second pause before a line makes a scene more human. That's where we, the editors, still have to lead. I had a project recently, actually, where AI did all the grunt work, sorted the takes, cleaned the sound, even suggested a rough cut. But when it came to shaping the emotional arc, it just missed the point. I had to step in, move things around, add those little pauses, let a shot breathe. Otherwise, it felt flat, efficient but soulless.
That's the thing, isn't it? AI can do the heavy lifting, but it can't feel the story. I mean, it's brilliant at the technical stuff, but the creative spark, that's still on us.
Yeah, and if we're not careful, we risk letting AI flatten everything out. It's a great assistant, but a terrible storyteller.
Let's break this down a bit. What were the biggest problems with traditional editing, and what did AI actually help with?
Time, fatigue, repetition. We were stuck doing robotic tasks, syncing, sorting, organizing. It drained creativity, delayed the real storytelling. AI took over the mechanical work, auto detection, rough cuts, sound cleanup, even pacing suggestions. It's the best assistant you could ask for, but it's not the director. Never will be.
But there are risks, right? what happens if we lean too hard on AI?
Definitely risk over-editing, generic results, losing the emotional rhythm. AI doesn't know when not to cut. I've seen it. You let it run wild and it chops out all the little silences, the awkward glances, the stuff that makes a scene breathe. Suddenly, you've got a technically perfect edit that feels empty. Like, you ever watch a scene and think, something's missing, but I can't put my finger on it? That's usually what's gone, the human touch.
I've had that happen too. AI once trimmed a scene so tight, it lost all the tension. The pauses were gone, and with them, the meaning. So, the solution isn't to reject AI, but to redefine how we use it.
Exactly. AI should handle the dirt, the repetitive, boring stuff. Humans shape the diamond. It's about collaboration, not replacement. We need to keep the authorship, the instinct, the emotion. Otherwise, what's the point?
Couldn't agree more. Creativity evolves with technology, but it can't survive without humanity. DonBOXY, thanks for sharing your perspective. It's been eye-opening, honestly.
Pleasure's all mine, Rehman. Always good to talk shop with someone who gets it. Yeah, don't be shy. The more voices, the better. Let's keep this conversation alive.
And to everyone listening, this is just the start. If you enjoyed this, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your support keeps us going. And here's a question for you. Who should we invite next? A choreographer, an art director, a VFX artist, or a dancer? Drop your vote in the comments. And if you're in the creative world, or know someone who is, tag them. We want to hear real voices, real stories.